everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video today. It's been a while since I made a video. Okay, well, not a while, but it's been about a week since I made a video, and I've been looking forward to actually sharing some new videos with you. I did a little bit of a mini haul recently, got some perfumes, and I thought to come and share what would be like my first impressions of these perfumes with you. So if you're a returning subscriber, welcome on board. Thank you so much for continuing to support me. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for joining our little family. Thank you so much. And if you're just seeing my channel for the first time, thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy the content enough to subscribe. Thank you so much. All right, guys, so straight to today's business. I will go through the perfumes. I will give a little bit of first impression, like I said, and hopefully I come back again to review them when I've used them and experienced them a lot more. Right, so we'll start with the first one on the list, and that is L'Extase by Nina Ricci, and this is the Rose Absolue. So this is what the pack looks like. I've taken the liberty to remove the plastic wrap. I don't like the sound of that thing. Yeah, so this is what the bottle looks like. Yep, it's got the gold bar at the top, and the difference between this and Nina Ricci L'Extase, which I have, is the gold detailing. So the color of the bottle, and then this detailing on the side. So for the prior bottle I had, you know, this was pretty plain, but here they've put some floral details on the side, and then this bottle seems a lot darker than the one I had before. The one I had before had, you know, some graduated color scheme from like a lightish brown to a darker brown color. Now I'll do a little bit of testing just to see what I get at first spray in terms of the scent. Wow, the atomizer is quite powerful. Okay, so here, what do I get? I get a bit of the rose at the onset, you know. Of course, this is a rose-based scent, and I think it definitely hits with that at the beginning. I also get a little bit of the benzoin and the patchouli, even though they're not necessarily the top notes, but I start to get them almost immediately after the top notes wear off. So yeah, it's definitely a sweet rose scent. Definitely, that's what I get first impressions. But then again, I'm interested to see if it turns out as sweet as, you know, the L'Extase, the ordinary L'Extase, because that one projects very well, but it also pulls really sweet on me. It has, I think, caramel and praline, you know, at the base, and those two notes are very sweet. It also has a bit of pink pepper. I'm talking about the regular Nina Ricci L'Extase now, not the Rose Absolue. But this one, I think, is missing that pink pepper. I don't get it, and I'm not really sure if it's in the notes for this one, but I didn't see it there. Okay, so this is pretty much a rose scent that has some vanilla musk patchouli in it. That's what I get at the opening and the mid. I hope that this turns out really nice. I've heard so much about it, and I'm looking forward to testing it out and seeing how it comes off on me. So that's Nina Ricci L'Extase Rose Absolue. Now the next one I got was Dolce & Gabbana. So this is from the Dolce range from Dolce & Gabbana, and this flanker is called Floral Drop. So this is an eau de toilette. Let me open it so you can see what the bottle looks like. I really love the bottle of this one. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's a green juice, and then the cap is like, it feels like, I don't know, it feels very Victorian. I think that's the word. I really love the way the bottles look with the little bow at the top. And you know, it looks like a Victorian figurine, that sort of thing. That's what the top looks like, and I really love it. I love the aesthetic. It's nice. It's really cute. Now for this one, it's I think this was the first flanker from the Dolce range from Dolce & Gabbana, and it has, from the notes that I read, it does have neroli, it has papaya, white florals, some sandalwood, cashmere, and musk. So I'll take a sniff and just see what my first impression of this one is. Okay, let's see. This has a very fresh, airy, floral, and clean feeling to it. So definitely would pass for a summer scent. I would wear this in summer, definitely. I can picture this with a nice flowy summer gown at brunch somewhere. This is definitely something that will work well in summer. It's beautiful. I love the smell. It has that pretty girl next door vibe. You know, reminds me somewhat of Marc Jacobs Daisy. Yeah, so anything from that line, the Marc Jacobs Daisy line. This is really pretty, honestly. Also reminds me somewhat of Aura Eau de Parfum Sensual by Mugler. It has that vibe. So just that floral, very sweet floral vibe is what I get. But clean, not floral in a cloying way, but a clean floral vibe is what I really get from this. I mean, from what I was reading, I think part of the thinking behind this is that it was supposed to be reminiscent of like dewdrops on a flower. And I do get that, to be honest. This is nice. You also get the white florals. You get the white florals at the opening. Very fresh and nice. I love this, and I'm looking forward to this as well. This one I know will come to play a lot in the hot weather. Definitely come to play a lot in the hot weather. So that's it. Dolce & Gabbana Floral Drops. Okay, next one. We have one that I'm really excited about, and that is this one. So it's Boucheron Eau de Parfum. This is an oldie but a goodie. I've heard so much about this, so many nice reviews, and I'm excited to try it out. I haven't tried it before, but from everything I've seen online, I know it would only appeal to anyone who likes vintage type smells. So of course, if vintage is not your thing, you know, obviously this won't be your jam. I have a thing for vintage perfumes, and sometimes it's not so much the smell. I think it's the scent memory. You know, it reminds me so much of my mom, reminds me of when I was much younger, tagging along my mom to the salon, or her taking me to school. There's some scents that remind me of those moments, and those are very beautiful moments in my life. So when I say I like vintage, sometimes it's not so much the way the perfume plays out on my skin, but it's more the scent memory that comes with it. So this is a beautiful bottle. Now I understand that this was Selena, the Latin American musician who unfortunately died really young. I think she was assassinated or she was killed or something. Yeah, but this was her signature scent. She wore this, from what I read, almost every day. So a lot of people associate this with power, with glamour, especially in the 80s. You know, that 80s power, 80s glamour, the 80s woman with her permed hair and shoulder padded clothes, that sort of aesthetic. Anyway, let's try this and see what we get. I really love the bottle. I find it very luxurious in terms of how it looks. Woo! Wow. This is citrus in the opening, definitely. It hits you like, wow. This is orange, tangerine, bergamot, lemon. That's what I see in the notes. Oh, dear God. All the citrus have come to play. All the citrus notes have come to play. Yeah, in the opening, I get all of that. It reads here that in the middle, there's tuberose ylang ylang, there's lily of the valley, Then, of course, at the base, you have the grounding notes like cedar, sandalwood, musk, vanilla. This is definitely in the same league as opium. Not black opium, but opium, which was like the earlier. In fact, I think it would be the flagship from perfume from that range. So it's in along the lines of opium, smells somehow like White Diamonds by Elizabeth Taylor. So it follows that profile. If you like Chanel No. 5, if you like White Diamonds, if you like Opium by YSL, you definitely like this one. I love this smell. You know what this reminds me of? If I were to compare it to like newer perfumes, it reminds me of like an older version of YSL Libre. So imagine like YSL Libre 20 years, what it would have been 20 years ago. That's what this is. This is power. This reminds me of a very powerful boss lady, you know, somebody who's not afraid to make a statement when she walks into a room, someone who, when she speaks, you listen. This actually reminds me of French glamour, you know, like the typical Parisian woman with her red lipstick, nicely coiffed hair, you know, that whole aesthetic fits very well with this perfume. So I love it. I love, love, love. It's something that I definitely would want to have in my collection more for sentimental reasons. And I would also love to wear this to a meeting and just see what the reaction is like. So I like it. I love it. All right, next one is another one also that I think that I had longed for so long, and I was so excited to find it because I'd looked for it for a while. And that is from the House of Oud, What About Pop? This one I was made aware of by watching, I think it was Paulina Scar. Let me open it. Let's try to open the cover so I can get to it quickly. So this is it, the House of Oud. Here we go. Opens up this way. There's a note in it. What does it say? Okay. All right. It just talks about this piece is a jewel of artistry. I think it talks about the bottle. Minor imperfections are evidence of the work of the Italian craftsmen who decorated this masterpiece of style. So this suggests that the bottles are maybe handmade or handcrafted. This is what it looks like in the pack. They make some very beautiful bottles from the House of Oud. This is it. So they're like egg-shaped, very pretty. Sorry, please ignore the background sound. I think that's my son playing a flute or something. This is so beautiful. The aesthetic is to die for from this house. I have one perfume from this line. I think is Dates Delight. So that one is oudi. So it's more Middle Eastern, ouds and dates, that sort of thing. Now this is salty caramel popcorn. That's what it's gourmand, definitely, and it's supposed to represent like salty caramel popcorn. So let's try it and see if we can get our popcorn fix from this. Okay, let's see. Wow. Again. Oh my God. This, oh my goodness. This is caramel popcorn. Oh dear God. Wow. That's what I get. It's like, oh my God. I feel like I'm in the movies right now, watching a movie with and eating caramel popcorn. Oh dear God, how did they get this though? This smells so much like caramel popcorn. So I see in the notes, it has whipped cream, vanilla, musk, vetiver, I think some other notes. I'm not sure how it dries down yet, of course, because this is my first time trying it. But this smells so good. From the videos I've watched, I hear it, the popcorn note doesn't remain throughout. Of course, it fades out after a while and you just get hints of it. And then the lactonic part of it starts to come out, so the whipped cream and all that. But definitely, this is something I'd want to wear for close encounters, to be honest. It just gives a very comforting feel to it. I love, love, love this. I'd like to wear this for a full day and just see how it evolves on my skin. Ah, this is so, so good. Smells really cozy. I look forward to wearing this, honestly. I think this is what I call like realistic gourmands. And that's gourmands that actually are reminiscent of a specific food group. So not just general gourmands that are sweet. No, I like gourmands that remind you of specific foods. This is so, so beautiful. It's the bomb. I can't wait to try this for the whole day. So that's the House of Oud, and this is What About Pop. Very, very nice smelling. I really love this. I'm so happy I got this one because I've been looking for it for a while and somehow I didn't get around to finding it. So I'm so happy I have this now. All right, next up on the lineup we have Clinique. I used to love Clinique Happy when I was much younger. So this is their, I think this is from their Aromatics Elixir line. This is Aromatics in white. What I love about this one really is the shape of the bottle. It's so pretty. It is so beautiful, guys. I love the bottle. I really like minimalistic aesthetics when it comes to, you know, bottle designs for perfumes. I mean, there's some outlandish and more bold type designs that I like, but I also like minimalist type aesthetics as well. This is so beautiful. Now for Clinique Aromatics in white, you know, it's just clean. It looks really clean to me, and I'm interested to see what it smells like. So let's take a stab at it. Okay. Oh no, sorry. Okay. Wow. Okay, so what do I get here? The opening is gorgeous. The opening is really gorgeous. Reminds me of a spa. I guess that's the whole aromatics theme. Oh, so it says here that it has rose, patchouli, musk. And I definitely get that patchouli. So if you're not a patchouli lover, this might not be for you. I get the patchouli. Oh, dear God. I get the patchouli in this from the opening, as well as a hint of the rose. So for me, this smells like, you know, like a dusty, elegant rose. It smells really calming, you know. So I picture somebody very reserved, well put together, you know, very reserved, well put together, wearing this, you know. The first sniff gives me like a very calming vibe with a hint of aromatics, as the name implies. Oh dear God, this smells so nice. Like I said, the notes have rose, patchouli, musk, and some white florals in the background. I think they said there's some jasmine, and I think I'm beginning to get a hint of that jasmine right here. Woo! So this seems like it would be good for everyday wear just from first sniff. It looks like something you could wear to work. You can wear anywhere really. It looks like something that won't be too heavy hitting, but it would settle in as a skin scent, but give off a very, very calming feeling. And that's what I get from this. It's gorgeous. I look forward to wearing this. Like I said, if patchouli is not your thing, Aromatics Elixir might not be your thing. So, but then again, I'll see how it goes. With patchouli, for me, it's neither here nor there. But I hope this turns out right because I really, really like it. Okay, last up in this lineup is Flora by Gucci Eau Fraiche. Again, this is not new. So when I go to buy perfumes, the thing is, I don't know if it's just me, but I really just am buying based on what's available, what's cheap. Yes, I'm a cheapskate. So yes, I'm buying based on what's available, what I'm curious about, regardless of when it was released. I'm also buying based on, you know, sometimes what's on sale because it's cheaper. Like I said before, I live in Nigeria. We have access to designer perfumes, definitely, but I mean, it's not to the extent that you would have it maybe in the US and the UK. It's cheaper in those climes. For us, by the time you include the exchange rates, the shipping costs and all that, it becomes a bit too expensive, and you really don't, and you know, most times the 30 ml bottles, you know, the smaller tester bottles or roller balls are not sold here in that way. So you almost have to buy, if you're lucky, 50 ml or 75 if you're lucky, more often than not 100 ml, you know, if you want to test most of these fragrances. So for a fragrance collector, it gets a bit expensive along the line, and so sometimes I'm not driven too much by the newness of a perfume. I think I just like to do what's available, what's on sale, what I'm curious about. If it's a new perfume and I'm curious about it, why not? I'll buy. But more often than not, I'm just buying to satisfy my curiosity about certain perfumes, and you know, that's what I share. So I just want you to know sometimes that I might not always review the newest perfumes on the block unless I'm intrigued by it and I feel like it's worth, you know, spending that amount of money. Anyways, this is Flora by Gucci. Yeah, and I love this one. I love how it looks. Let's start from there. I love the bottle. Looks really nice. It was on sale in my store, so in the perfume store that I go to. So let's give it a sniff and see what it feels like at first sniff. Okay. Okay. This is, wow, this is really zesty. This has a very citrusy, zesty freshness in the opening. So it says the notes here are peony, bergamot, lemon, mandarin orange at the top. It's supposed to have water notes, green notes. I think there's some rose, osmanthus, there's sandalwood at the base, and there's patchouli and pink pepper, I think. Oh dear, this is very nice. Just from first sniff, I get that very zingy opening. Reminds me of the likes of Chanel Chant, so something in that line. I get a slight soapiness too, but it's not in a bad way. It's just consistent with what your typical fresh, citrusy perfume would smell like. So that clean feeling, I get that in the opening. Oh yeah, this feels like it will work very well in high heat, definitely. Yeah, right off the cuff, it doesn't smell like it has any polarizing qualities, but of course it may be a bit too early to conclude. I think like this would be your typical fresh citrusy floral. So if you like Chanel's, if you like Elizabeth Arden green tea line, if you like the likes of Bulgari Omnia Crystalline, you may like this one too. Yeah, I'm not feeling any of the base notes just yet. I definitely get something green, so something along the lines of the green notes you'd find in Marc Jacobs Decadence. I think there's that greenish thing going on in here as well. Yeah, so citrus green, that's what I get first impressions, but I'm sure that as it dries down, some of the other notes will come out to play. Yeah, so I think this will be very good for summer. I think I'm looking forward to wearing it as well in hot weather. Right, so guys, those are my 6 buys. Like I said, there'll be a part 2 for this one, and we'll talk about some of the other perfumes I was able to get. So in the comments, guys, I would love to chat with you. Let me know if you have any of these perfumes, or if you have any perfume recommendations for me, so that when next I'm going shopping or I want to buy some new perfumes in my collection, you know, I can get some ideas. And if you have any of the ones I just hold, let me know what you think about them. Did they work out well for you? What was your experience using them? I would really, really love to know. Thank you so much, guys, for staying with me to the end of this video if you did. And I hope to see you on subsequent videos. Till I see you next time, enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye.